Hi Gemini, this is your reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this will not resonate for every single Gemini out there. All right, you guys, let's get started. What is happening for my Geminis? Woo! We have the Devil card. Some of you guys feel trapped in something. And it's leaving some of you guys feeling helpless. We have the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the King of Cups, the Empress, the Magician, the Fool, Page of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay. Well, Gemini. I feel like a lot of you guys are going through a lot. There seems to be some form of feeling like you're being trapped, being stuck in some area of life, but it almost feels toxic for you. Maybe you're stuck around toxic people or you're bound to a specific person, but it feels like whatever this is, it causes you guys a lot of pain, but it's like a consistently you thinking about it and always replaying it is also what's perpetuating that pain. A lot of you guys do not want to go within and discover what that pain is. It's almost like some of my Geminis, it's not like it's an intentional, I'm trying to avoid this pain, but there's still this part of you that it wants to, you're trying to, it's like you want to heal it, but you're afraid to look at it. So it's almost like you're trying to avoid it. But I feel like for some of you, it had a lot to do with the commitment or it had a lot to do with making a specific decision that you've followed through on that now you feel trapped with. Some of you guys just do not feel emotionally satisfied or happy with your decisions or wherever this is that led you down this path. And then the fact that we have just three major arcanas just like next to each other, like boom, 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 tells me a lot about you guys, where I feel like for some of you, you came in as this Empress, but I don't think that you know how to make this work with this person. So a part of you wants to start something new. That's kind of what I'm getting for some of you guys. It's like you came in wanting and hoping for the best of a situation, but realizing that this situation is toxic and that it might never change. And it's almost like you're having to grapple with that effect, Gemini. It's like you're having to see things from a different perspective, but a part of you is willing to move forward because there's this Page of Cups. It's like you downgraded your feelings or you're just releasing it energetically in some way. Because I'm getting that some of you guys, you're starting to look at the brighter side of this connection. I'm also getting for some of you guys, I don't know if you're still with this person or in this toxicity still, or if this could just be in the past that you're just now releasing the toxicity. Because sometimes we can carry our baggage with us for a long time. And I feel like for some of you guys, that's kind of what's happening is you're realizing you're taking back your power from a situation that made you feel helpless in the past. Because for a lot of you guys, you got stuck in this situation thinking that, you're going to have this happily ever after in a way, like you're looking at it from the Ten of Cups, but now it's like you're dealing with the disappointments, you're dealing with the hurt, you're dealing with the past. But it also feels like with that Queen of Swords, it's like a part of you wants to just use logic to move away from it, but you feel like you can't because it's almost like this person is a part of the equation. So you almost feel blocked because of this person. But you're starting to see that the world is bigger than what this person is and what this individual could give you. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you're re-looking at your past in a different way. You're seeing how that this person's connection could have impacted the way that you view the world. And it's also like, thanks to whatever this is, you have been able to work through it, and it's going to make you become a more mature, stronger person. But I feel like you were dealing with somebody here that was toxic, somebody that started arguments. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're realizing where you can and can't be and where you need to count your losses and move forward. And at the same time, where is it that you need to heal and work through that? Because I feel like you guys are working through things right now, but a lot of it is due to past pains and past disappointments that could be impacting or affecting you now, Gemini. Because it just really feels like for a lot of you guys, this has a lot to do with a situation where you felt small in, you felt like a victim in, that you felt like you didn't know how to get yourself out of, while this other person could have been taking advantage of you, or you just felt like, you know, you didn't want to miss out on certain things. It's like you're realizing that certain people just cannot change. So let's get some clarifiers here. And so a part of you is deciding that, okay, if this person's not going to change, then I need to be the change. I need to be the difference. And this is also kind of blocked. So I feel like this has a lot to do with your own self, who you are as a person, what you have to offer. I think that this could have imposed a part of who you are. You needing to become more clear about this pain. Because I feel like you put a lot of investment into this. Also, I feel like you invested into this pain. Does that make sense? Where I think you guys, you put in a lot of this anxiety, a lot of this worry, a lot of this doubt. And it's like that's the decision that you've kind of had going for you for some time, is you've been living in this state of anxiety and pain, and it's almost like you crave it now. Like, it's weird because if you think about it, people can be a drug, you know? And also your chemicals, like when you feel a specific way, it's like you're releasing that serotonin, or you're releasing certain chemicals in the brain where you end up becoming addicted to it. It's like sometimes it's like have you ever heard of where it's like people, when they go to work and they get stuck in traffic and they get mad in traffic, and it's like every single day that's something that they're anticipating now. So it's like a dopamine kick for them to always be angry, to always get upset at traffic. So it's like it becomes a habit. For some of you, it's like you've thought this pain over and over again in the back of your mind. You feel this pain, you're acknowledging it, but like you're not resolving it, you're not healing it, but then you keep doing it every single day. So now it's like at this point, it's just a habit that you've created, Gemini, that's just run on this programming. So I feel like it's not that you're not over a person or that you're not over a specific situation. It's just that now it's like this situation or this pain or whatever these thoughts and your story is about this situation is now perpetuating and is becoming a habit, and now your body craves it. It's like when you eat McDonald's every day, you crave McDonald's, you know what I mean? So it feels like that's what's happening, is like your body's just craving this disappointment, it's craving this hurt. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you put in a lot of work in a situation, but you just didn't get the recognition you deserved. This person could have played dirty with you. There's something here where some of you guys, you just didn't see it coming. And I feel like for a lot of you, that's why, is because it's like you can't move past it. It's just because you can't let go of that pain or that initial belief. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you thought you had the clarity about whatever this was for you, which feels like for some of you guys, this was a foundational thing, but this person had other hidden agendas. And for a lot of you guys, it's like you didn't realize that at this time that you should have been working on and loving yourself and taking care of yourself. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you took care of this other person, and this other person just took advantage of it. Yeah, see with that Empress, it's like you were waiting for something. You're waiting for this person to come back, maybe. You're waiting for the past to correct itself. But you just need to learn to have acceptance and move past stuff that you just. Because that's what I feel with that toxicity, like to have that devil in the blocked position. You're trapped in your own suffering. And you're the one that's perpetuating that suffering. And we all kind of do it. It's not like it's intentional. It's not like we're all, purposely trying to hurt ourselves. But I feel like, there comes a point where you can't live in it. You can't live in the past because you feel trapped. You feel trapped starting a new beginning because you're afraid of what happens if I don't. You feel like you have to hold on to this because what happens if I let it go? Then I'm just going to repeat it again. And what if people want to take advantage of me again? So now you're like afraid to maybe open up to people. You're afraid to put yourself back out there. You're afraid of getting rejected because there's a piece of you that felt like you weren't successful in past relationships. This person wasn't willing to work with you. There's a piece of you that feels like you still need to figure yourself out. So for some of my Geminis, some of you are wanting or choosing to try and stay single because you're so afraid to getting hurt again. There's just this piece of you that keeps holding on to this past hurt. And it's like you're waiting on this person to correct it. You're waiting for this person to come back with a message. But for a lot of you guys, you just need to see things from a higher perspective and realize that sometimes, this is just what happens. It's like a lesson that you needed to learn. So I feel like for a lot of my Geminis, a lot of you guys, it sucks because it feels like you have this, you want to heal and work past this pain, but you feel stuck in the pain. You feel like the only way that this pain can go away is by this person coming back and fixing it. But you can't expect the person that broke the connection to fix the connection. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're expecting this person to come back, or you have this hope and faith that this person's going to come back and fix the mistakes that they created. But this person, I feel like, isn't going to do that for you because you need to learn that you are the only one that can be there for yourself. You're the only one that can truly be capable of taking care of yourself. You need to do what's best for you. It's like when you go to the airlines and stuff, they say put the mask on yourself before putting the mask on the other person next to you. It's because if you're incapacitated, then you're no help to anyone else. So you need to worry about yourself first and then go at it from now this is what I want. This is what I need. I need to take care of myself. I want this from you. This is what, and then what are you expecting from me? So it's the communication between the two. And I feel like you were lacking that. And I feel like you were also lacking the clarity in which to be able to even understand what you really want. And so for a lot of you guys, sometimes we just have to count our losses. Sometimes we just have to say, this sucks because I cared about this person, or I did this or I did that. And this person said this and that, and they did this and that. And we can get caught up in the story, but we need to stop and say, what, even though that happened, even though this has hurt me, how can I self-improve? How can I become a better, bigger person? How is it that I can how can I now not make that mistake again? And where can I go from there? So I feel like that's kind of what's happening here too. So we have instinct and we have miracle. Some of you guys could have had a bad feeling before it even happened. And maybe that's something that you're also beating yourself up over with that instinct card. But I think for some of you guys, you just needed to learn to trust that, things happen for a reason. Because I feel like for some of you guys, it was like whatever this was, this kind of I think you're beating yourself up because either you could have seen all the red flags, or it's like you just wish that you could have listened to your gut instinct. You wish you would have taken the time to think things through. So some of you guys, I feel like that's why you beat yourself up a lot. I think that's another reason why you stay in that pain, is because you're just too harsh on yourself. You're not giving yourself that compassion that you deserve. And I feel like with that miracle, some of you guys might even have said this phrase, it's going to take a miracle for me to get over this, or it's going to take a miracle for this to right its wrong. But for a lot of you, it's like you have to just realize that miracles happen every single day. The sun rises every day. That's a miracle. It's just, it baffles me how the sky can paint such a beautiful picture of different colors with the sunsets and things like that. We are surrounded by things that is magical every day, but us as people, we oftentimes forget that. And oftentimes we forget that we are the creators of our own life. Mind over matter. Matter is the physical. Whatever you perceive, you can create. Whatever you think becomes reality. And so you have to realize that you are the change. You are the miracle that you've been seeking. And with that grief card, it's like you have to mourn and heal the loss of whatever this is that has caused you so much pain. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are in the process of recovering, and you are in that process of actually healing and growing as a person. You're balancing out yourself, but for a lot of you guys, it's going to require you to have some faith, because I think a lot of you have been in this state of confusion for a long time, and you've isolated yourself from something that you shouldn't have. Maybe you isolate yourself from people that matter because you're afraid of that rejection. But balancing out your issues and balancing out who you are is going to really help bring yourself back and center yourself back into your body. Because I feel like a lot of you guys are up in your head a lot and you're not in the present moment. It's like it's like Gemini, it's like you're either living in your past or you're anxious about the future. You can't just stop and relax and enjoy what's in front of you without you feeling guilty or without you feeling like you have to focus on something else. It's like you're constantly, distracting yourself, and you're needing to really just say, what? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to enjoy my food. I'm going to stay grounded. I'm going to stay in that present moment, and I'm going to allow myself to retrain my body, retrain my mind to letting these things go, detaching from them emotionally, understanding them logically, and moving past it. So it's like this is grueling hard work, but I feel like a lot of you guys, it's going to start paying off for you soon. The more time and the more effort you put into yourself, the better off you're going to end up being in the long run, Gemini. And whatever this situation was, it's just going to be a faint memory in the past. It's going to be something that no longer really defines you. Integrate your knowing, and it was in the blocked. But look, we had that wolf there, and we have this. It's like you instinctually know something. You know what's best for you, and you know what's going to be good for you here. We have stop, drop, and ground. Exactly. Getting back into that present moment, taking things slower, taking it day by day, one thing at a time. We don't need to rush through life. It's like, where are we rushing to? Everybody's always so busy. And I've always thought this was so funny. It's like every time I'm driving and stuff, you'll see people just passing, and they're always just like, they're putting themselves in dangers and other people in danger, or they're just always breaking the law because they're always rushing around. It's like, where are these people going? What do they have going on in their life? Like, sometimes I feel like people just are rushing life for no reason. It's like, what are you trying to rush to? Your grave? You're not going anywhere. Life is still here. It's like you need to just take that time to really enjoy it and experience it. And I think that oftentimes we get too caught up in our heads, and next thing you know, it's like, we completely lose sight of what life really means. We have You Are a Living Poetry. I feel like you guys are going to try and lead by example. And we also have Rise. So you're rising your vibration, and I am also getting that you're getting back up off the floor. You're rising. You're no longer wanting to stay down. You're wanting to move. You're wanting to heal. You're wanting to balance. I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you were stuck in this misery for so long that a lot of you just want to get out of it now. And we have external validation. It's like the more you start working on yourself, the more you start putting yourself first, Gemini, the more you start doing what's best for you, that's when things are going to start shifting for you. That's when things are going to start happening for you. And you're going to be able to grow. You're going to be able to expand. And you're going to be able to meet people that aren't going to be willing to take advantage of you, but is willing to work with you and is willing to be a good partner to you. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're starting to heal and work through things that you once perhaps didn't realize that you had an issue with, or that the people you're surrounding yourself with. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going to start healing, you're going to start growing, you're going to start expanding. And I think that for a lot of you, this is what's happening, is once you start to integrate what you know and start to put it into play. Because I feel like a lot of my Geminis, you're really smart at retaining information. Maybe you read a lot of books, maybe you put a lot of things out there, but it's like you now need to integrate that into the being. Instead of reading it, you now need to embody it. So start practicing embodying things, start practicing taking better care of yourself, and your life is going to start to shift. Your life is going to start changing for the better. So that's really what I have for my Geminis. I hope that this resonates for you guys. I wish you guys the bestest of luck, especially if you're dealing with this situation. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.